Welcome everyone, I'm your host, Logan23. You're joining me for Choices of Stories You Play, Sophomore, Book 1, Chapter 13. You ought to know! Ought to know what? Tell me. You wake up the next morning, after the party, your head still spinning from Becca and Madison's argument the night before. What a night. Your clock says it's only 7 a.m., so you roll over to go back to sleep, only to hear a rustling noise somewhere outside the house. You try to ignore it, but it grows only louder. What is that? You sit up in the bed, straining to hear. After a moment, you hear it again. You move to peer through the window, but don't see anything out of the ordinary. Maybe it's on the other side of the house? After everything that's happened with Sebastian and the sorority, I wouldn't be sorry if someone's trying to mess with us. Zombies and Professor Vasquez once in his house. Rising quickly, you wander down the hallway, but the living room is empty. Guess everyone is still asleep. Rustling sound starts up again. It seems to be coming from outside the front door. I think there's someone out there. I should sneak up on them. Confront them head on. Sneak up on them. You grab a rolling pin from the kitchen and steel yourself. Okay, Mizumi, today is not the day that you die. You slip out the back door, then creep around the side of the house. Squatting down in the bushes, you peer through the foliage and spot Renya. Renya? Mizumi, what are you doing here? You know I live here. What are you doing here? Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't think anyone would be awake at this hour, otherwise I would have rang the doorbell or something. Are you baking? She gestures at the rolling pin in your hands. No, never mind. Let's get back to why you're snooping around our place. I'm doing research for an article. It's not an article on me and my housemates, is it? No! Okay, I should explain before I start sounding too creepy. You probably noticed that there's an effort to turn this area into a strip mall? She gestures down the block, where the land beyond the sidewalks has been raised to dirt patches. There are a few signs showing a proposed development plan, headed simply by the logo that says DD. DD, should I be worried about this? I hadn't really been paying much attention before, but one of those signs is right across the street. It's kind of intimidating. This used to be the whole neighborhood until someone bought out all the other homes and then tore them down. So, that's what happened? I did wonder why we were the only house on the block. And that's where things get interesting. The late Professor Vasquez was the only homeowner who refused to sell. It put a halt to development and initiative for a while. After he passed away, it seemed like the developers would get their way after all. But then you guys moved into his house. Us meddling kids, huh? Something like that. I'm actually surprised they haven't contacted you about selling. That's probably because Gabrielle owns this place, and we just rent it from her. But that doesn't explain why you're snooping in our yard. Why are you so invested in the story? That doesn't explain why you're snooping in our yard. Well, this house is the last thing keeping the remnants of the neighborhood from being replaced by a mall. I wanted to get one more tangible sense of the place for my article. What it looks like, the natural conditions. Renya, you could have just asked to come over and hang out for a bit. Oh, I don't know. I guess I thought I'd be imposing? Right, because you snooping outside of my house at like 7 o'clock in the morning isn't imposing at all. Not at all. It's just a lot better than creeping around in the bushes and freaking me out. And anyone else. Fair enough. Renya turns back to the surrounding rubble and sighs. This used to be a really cool neighborhood for students who wanted cheap housing, and the other residents were super friendly. But now, with the fact that everyone is basically forced to leave because of their development project, this place is going to be completely gentrified. It's not right. That's really awful. I had no idea about any of this, because you just mentioned a huge sign across the street, but sure, yeah, you had an idea. I feel like it's kind of happened, and no one's talking about it, and that's why I'm trying to shine a light on things with this article. Sounds like a great idea. People of Hartfield should know what's going on in the surrounding communities, too. I agree, 100%, but it's not very relevant to school, so James is only giving it a small space in the back pages. What? This is extremely relevant. I mean, maybe I'm biased because I live here, but that seems like an important issue. Maybe if I write a compelling enough piece, I'll be able to convince James to move it up a few pages.
How about the front page?
I'm sure it'll be a great read. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I'll do my best. How's your article on the Second Chance Scholarship going, by the way? It's great. I had a really helpful interview with Zig the other day. I'm pretty much done, so I want to run it by James. I'm glad to hear it. I've really enjoyed your work so far, so I can't wait to see more. She sighs and turns to survey the street. Well, I think I've seen all I need to see, but I'll get out of your hair now.
She gives you a wave goodbye before heading off down the street. You walked here too? Wow. She didn't want to jump in the car and make sounds, because, you know.
Oh my god!
There's a bomb outside, Mizumi! No.
Back inside, you text James and agree to meet up at the library. Then you look in your closet to get changed before heading out.
This again. I don't care. Go away. You want me to spend diamonds? No.
You find James at his usual table, his forehead resting on the top of his closed laptop. That pillow sure looks uncomfortable. Have you tried one made of down feathers? He looks up at the sound of your voice and gives you a tired smile. Haha, it's certainly not great, but it's all I got right now. You take the seat beside him and look worried at the clutter on the table. Snack wrappers, empty soda cans are all scattered around the books and loose sheets of paper. Don't tell me. You had breakfast here. You spent the night here. James looks around at the mess and awkwardly gathers up the empty wrappers and cans. Then I won't tell you. James, did you come here right after the party? Don't worry, Mizumi. I had an idea for the newspaper, and the library was close by. I just lost track of time is all. But more importantly, what are you doing up so early on the Saturday? I figured you'd be sleeping late after last night's festivities. You tell him about Renya appearing outside your house and her interest in the developing project happening in your neighborhood. Wow, that was slanted, wasn't it? She's going to write an article about it, and the topic of the articles, well, I emailed you mine. I'm really proud of it, and I hope you are too. Thanks, Mizumi. I'll take a look at it in a bit. I can't believe Renya's working on the weekend, though. James, you're working on the weekend. You both need to relax. I'm not surprised. You both need to relax. I'm serious. The two of you are going to burn yourselves out. You're right, and that would be bad news for the paper. Bad news. I meant because you're both human beings and not robots, and your health is important.
Ha! I'll see you in 6 feet under.
Oh, wait, what? It's true, though. James, are you sure you're not overworking yourself? Don't worry, Mizumi. Overnights in the library aren't a common occurrence for me. But as for Renya, at the crack of dawn, snooping around neighborhoods, I wasn't aware she took her commitment to the paper so far. Do you think you should thank her for the extra effort? You should tell her to take a break. Maybe it's not about the paper. Maybe you should thank her about the extra effort. And when I say thank her, I mean something big, like cake, balloons, big, because you sure lucked out in the end with her on the team. Oh, yeah, that's certainly true. But I feel like I need to thank you too. You're also taking time out of your day to make this issue incredible. Well, shucks. Don't worry, I'm definitely not feeling underappreciated. Take another look at the clutter on the table. James, I know the paper's a big responsibility, but I really don't see how it'd be enough to keep you in the library overnight on a weekend. Is there something more going on here? James sighs and opens up his laptop and turns it slightly towards you. You give the document in front of you a quick skim. Oh, you have been writing. Is this your new novel idea? I've been toying with it for a while. It's about a nurse caring for a terminally ill patient who's refusing treatment. They grow very close, but is it romance or a tragedy? No, wait, let me guess. Both? James smiles at you, and you grin back. It's still in the planning stages, but I'm just trying to get down anything I can think of that hopes that'll kick off a burst of inspiration. But so far, no real luck. Coffee, James. You need coffee. Coffee, and if, like, really strong caffeinated stuff does not work, then you try sleep. Typically, a good fresh brain actually does help sometimes. But I usually turn to good old coffee, which, speaking of which, sip time. You've just got to dive in. Maybe you should write something else. Don't give up yet. No, I don't want to discourage him. To tell him to write something else, no, that's discouraging. You've just got to dive in, which he's been doing, is don't give up yet. If there's anything you're not, it's quitter. I believe in you. Thanks, Mizumi. He rubs his hands over his face, letting out a groan. It's just that I want to get somewhere with this idea. I want it to be published as a real book this time. I guess part of me is scared that I'll put all this work into it and things will go horribly wrong again like they did in Hollywood. You put a hand on James' back. Look, you need to take a break. You've been here all night. You're stuck in a rut. Oh, shoot. I just remembered that I told Teddy to treat him to breakfast this morning. Perfect. Just the breather you need. But I haven't seen or heard from him since last night. I'm sure you'll get in touch with him. I wholly approve of you getting out of here and eating some real food. It's probably helped you focus better, too. Would you like to join us? Teddy's visiting to see you. I'll let you guys catch up. See you later? He grins at you, then begins packing up his belongings. Definitely. Thanks for everything, Mizumi. You walk him into the library entrance when he bids you a goodbye. He looks to be in a much better spirits than when you arrived. That is what I do. I support everyone but myself. That is what some of us are forced to do. A few days later, you're sitting on the couch doing homework when a knock on the door startles you. You find Zeg on the porch, a newspaper in his hands. Well, look what the cat dragged in. Something tells me he's not happy. You usher him inside and take a seat together on the couch. So, what do I owe this pleasant surprise? I just picked up the latest edition in the Nightly News. I wanted to thank you for what you wrote about me. A wide smile spreads across Zig's face as he holds up the front page. From delinquency to a degree, in conversation with Hartfield's new scholarship recipient. Nice! Mizumi, I don't even know what to say. This was such a great piece, and I'm not just saying that because it's about me. Though you've got to admit that it paints a flattering and accurate portrait of you. Well, obviously, I had a master reporter asking me all the right questions. But this is about more than me. You showed how important the scholarship is and how beneficial it is so far. I mean, who knows? Maybe this will help the next generation of scholarship recipients. I hope it will, and I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Zig, you've come a long way since I first met you. I hope you show your family the article. Ooh! You've come a long way since I met you. Used to be so against the whole college scene, but look at you now, smack dab in the middle of it. Are you saying I'm a reformed man? Not exactly. You're still you, but I'm so glad that you've decided to give college a chance. You're really paving the way for others to follow in your footsteps. I sent my mom the online article, and she was the most excited I've ever heard her since I told her I got into college. I think she's about to adopt you. That is awesome. Yeah, you laugh out, okay. I think I'll stick with my own parents for now, but I'll definitely keep her offer in mind. Thanks to this article, I feel a lot more connected to Hartfield, and that's not something I thought I would ever be saying a year ago. You help Zig feel better about fitting in. There's a noise on the stairwell. Chris comes slowly down the stairs, his face blank. Chris, is everything alright? Chris turns his head as he's just noticed you. Then he wanders over to the living room and drops down onto the end of the couch. You okay, man? You look a little out of it. I just got an email. The Knights made it to the national championships. Chris, are you serious? That's awesome, dude. Congratulations to both of you. You must be excited, surprised, terrified, excited. More like nervous. Why? Isn't that a good thing? Your team came together in the end. This isn't the end. We still have to keep our heads on straight. All of the drama on this team isn't going to go away just because we got a big break like this. If anything, I feel like tensions are going to be running higher. We're this close to falling apart. Chris, you can't know that. Maybe this will be the common goal your team needs to come together. That would be nice, but... He sighs and runs a hand through his hair. I heard from one of the players today that Manny and his girlfriend just broke up. Sounds like progress to me. He was treating that girl like garbage anyway. Except now, he's going to be more on edge than ever. Which is why I need you to be on your best behavior with him, Zig. Me? Chris, I am the one who's behaving. If you want... I know. That's my point. Manny's a wild card, but I trust you to be the bigger person. Try to be nice to him, if you can, at least until we get through the championships. You should listen to Chris. Not give Manny a free pass, guys. Kick Manny out off the team. Alright. Oh, Lord, I hate Manny. If your name is Manny out there in the world of YouTube and you're watching, I don't hate you, I hate this guy. You should listen to Chris Egg. I see what he's saying. Be nice to him, get the goal, and maybe, I don't know, by being nice to him, maybe he'll bond or some crap. Not give Manny a free pass, guys. Kick Manny off the team. Chris. That would be one of those PC/SJW things. Just kick him off the team, guys. He treated his girlfriend wrong. Just kick him off the team. You can't, kick someone from a profession for what they did in their personal lives that you just happen to know of. You can't do it. It's not professional. It's professionalism 101 to separate yourself and be completely professional. He's doing a job. I'm going to go ahead and go with listen to Chris. I know Manny is insufferable, but you're not doing this for him. You're doing it for Chris, yourself, and the rest of the team. I just don't see how this is my responsibility. He's always been the one to provoke me. Look, I'll do my best to keep you guys at arm's length, but your conversation is cut short as the doorbell rings. Or are we expecting anyone else this late? I'll see who it is. You open the door to find Abby crying on your porch. Abby, what happened? Listen to me, I can't stay in that apartment a second longer. What's Abby so upset about? Find out in the next chapter of Sophomore. And this seemed a little shorter than usual. Most likely it was Tyler. He reminds me of a buddy I know that actually is named Tyler, and he has a bit of angst, as they call it. He has his moments. He can be passionate about things. He's a good kid, but he can be a little angsty at times. A little indecisive too, and I feel like that's what this Tyler's about too. There's also moments where he just needs to take a deep breath and go, okay, Abby, sure, yeah, okay. You just have to do that in a relationship. I mean, there's times where you want to argue with your girl or guy, and you get a little heated. Let's all be honest. We've all been there. You can have the most perfect relationship in the world, and you're still gonna have a fight once in a blue moon. And that's where you've got to look at things. You've got to separate yourself. That's what I consider myself best at. You've got to separate and use logistical facts. You've got to sit there and go, okay, you know what? She's right, or he's wrong, or he's right, or something. Or just go, you know what? There's compromise. A word that not a lot of people use anymore, compromise. Um, I guarantee if you use the word a lot more often, learn the meaning, a lot less divorces would happen, and a lot less things would happen like drama. Remember, relationship is 50-50. That being said, I hope you all did enjoy it. Feel free to like, comment, share, or subscribe if you're not already. Also, head down the description below. You can follow me on social media, or if you want to support my channel, there's a few links for that as well. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you in Hero. Or Endless Summer if you haven't watched that yet. Peace!